Well, they say there's a first for everything, and there is. I got disconnected and I just reconnected, so my apologies for that. Again, I hope you can tune in. I know some people were on already, so I logged off and finished it and came back on. So I hope you come back. So anyway, my name is Lynn Zeiler, and I welcome you to Chair Yoga. Make sure you have a nice sturdy chair. So you can use a folding chair, you can use a wooden chair. Just make sure that it's sturdy for you and can hold your weight, and then make sure you have water. So that's really the only two things. Thanks. Whoever joined in, sorry about that. I got interrupted from my Wi-Fi or from my Ethernet, and then when I clicked to rejoin, it kicked me out. So I apologize. Make sure you have water. This is my Maggie. Come here. This is my puppy dog Maggie. She likes chair yoga. She'll usually sit down quietly. So get your water. Let's put it beside your chair. And I'm going to turn the music just a little bit louder. See if, boy, that's not on very loud. I'll turn it up here. There we go. So hopefully that's a good volume for you guys. Let me know if it's not, and I can switch it if it gets too loud. I have an old Bose speaker that I was able to use, so I'm thrilled about that. That was Bella that just went through the room. Nancy just arrived, so the dogs left to greet her. Again, make sure you have water, and we're going to get going for our chair yoga class today. I'm going to work a little bit on shoulders later on, but I want to get our warm-up done first. So, as always, if you can sit away from the back of the chair, that's optimal, because you can engage those core muscles. Shoulders are over our hips, chest is high, nice and long through the back. If you need to sit back in your chair, feel free to do that anytime during class. Hands can either be up or down. We do focus on our breath in this class. So that again, if the deep breathing makes you feel the least bit lightheaded or dizzy, just go back to your natural rate of breathing. Alrighty. And just thinking, I've got to move something out of the way here. That's not very exercise-wise. Got a bottle in the background, right? Anyway, sit nice and tall. And just, if you're comfortable, you can lower your eyelids. If you want to keep your eyes open, that's perfectly fine. And just quiet our minds. So just kind of let go of everything that's gone on today and what you need to do later. Just kind of be present in the moment. And notice our breath. Notice as you breathe in through your nose that the air feels colder. And as you exhale through your nose, it's just a little bit warmer. Slowing your breath down. Feeling the movement in our chest, in our bellies, our back. Letting our hands relax on our lap or in a comfortable place for us. And then if you're new to yoga, you're going to put your hand on your belly. We're going to do a deep belly breath where we fill the lungs completely, and then we're going to push air like even into our belly so it expands our belly. So as we inhale, expand your belly, fill your lungs completely, and then slow exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, as your navel sinks toward your spine. Nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. And as we're breathing out, make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Make sure they're grounded on the floor. Take a nice inhale. Slow exhale. 5, 4, 3. So the exhale is as important as the inhale. important to you. When you capture that word, breathe it in. Nice slow exhale. As we inhale this time, we're going to lengthen. And as we exhale, we're going to take your tailbone underneath. And we're going to round our lower back. Bringing our chin toward our chest just a little bit, not too much. Bring the shoulders just a little bit forward. Bring our hands down toward our knees. And as we inhale, we're going to slide our hands up our legs and lengthen. Lifting our chest, and as we exhale when we're ready, we're going to tilt that tailbone under. Bring our navel towards our spine, round our back. Now take this to a comfortable place for you. Depends how flexible or stiff you feel today. When you're ready, begin your inhale. So match your move with your breath, working at your own comfortable pace. And when you're ready, inhale up. And exhale down. Taking those hands and just let it glide down your legs. Feel the warmth on your legs. As you inhale, breathe in your intention. Whatever that word or two is. And then slow exhale. One more time, taking it to the maximum, lengthening. And exhale. Bringing our hands to our lap. Dropping our hands down beside us. We're just going to take our right shoulder and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's match it with our breath. Inhale in one way. Exhale the other. Inhale up. Exhale down. Taking our shoulder to neutral. Let's take the left side. Inhale up and exhale down. Hinging forward, just get yourself upright if you're able. Both shoulders, and we're going to lift and lower, pressing down. Lift up our shoulders toward our ears and press down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good job. We're going to leave our shoulders down. Let's take our shoulders and roll them. So we're taking forward, up, back, down. Now activate those elbows if you're comfortable. You can bring, as you come up, elbows are gonna come back. Gonna arch your back a little. And then as you come down, round your back, lengthen, and take it back. And we're gonna reverse into the exact opposite. So take our elbows back, round our back. And as you come forward, lengthen. So again, just working that lower back as we circle our shoulders. As you now move with our breath, we're going at our own comfortable pace. Good job. We're going to work the neck a little bit. Take your two fingers, your pointer or your middle two, whichever one you want. I'm going to do my pointer finger and my middle finger. You're going to place it on your chin. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice inhale. And then press your chin into your fingers. So it doesn't mean to lean forward. That just means you're rotating to the neck. I'll turn to my side so you can see. And then bring your chin back in. So it looks like this. The head jutting out, and then bringing it back and tucking it in like a turtle. Can you see that okay? Take it forward and bring it back. So you can see my shoulders are staying nice and tall. Sometimes what happens is we bring our head forward, and that's going to cause some weakness in the back. back. We want to, as always, work on our posture. Good job. And then we're going to take our head and we're going to tilt it over to one side, stretching our neck. Good job. Working on that cervical spine, bringing it up and then lowering it. And your tendency is to pick up the shoulder, but you know what? Leave your shoulders down and relax. You're not trying to touch your ear to your shoulder. Inhale up. You're just trying to stretch the side of your neck. When you're ready, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Take that right hand down. We're going to inhale up. Just gently. Let's take that left hand down. Feel the difference. Inhale up. And then tilt it to your left side. Lengthen, reach your right hand down toward the floor. Nice and gentle. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale. Good job. Inhale up. And exhale over. Good job. Nice job. Inhale, take both arms down. We're going to work on the obliques. We're going to inhale up. And we're going to take our left hand and grab our right wrist. And then we're just going to pull it over. Now the arms, if you're able, keep them toward your ear, this upper arm. But if you can't, if you're forward, just try to get that shoulder up. Good job. Inhale up. And exhale the other way. Feel it. Pull it on your side. Inhale up. Exhale. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to take the hand and take it to the other side and pull it. Inhale up. Take it the other way. Inhale up. Take it the other way. A little weight there. A little pull. Good job. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. One more time on each side. On your next inhale, breathe in your intention for today. Exhale any stress or tension. Good job. Inhale up. And we're just going to separate the arms and we're going to hinge forward and just swing our arms back. And then inhale them all the way up or to a comfortable place for us. Maybe your arms aren't comfortable all the way up, so take them to where you're able to. If you're not able to lift your arms, maybe you want to lift your thumbs to your shoulders. So again, make those modifications so that everything works for you. It makes your body feel just so good. Inhale up. Exhale down. This last one, breathe in your intention for today. So inhale, open up that belly, and exhale, swing it down. And inhale up. And we're going to exhale into a forward bend. So we're going to keep the chest toward the left. I suggest at first starting with a 45-degree angle, the eyes looking maybe out on the floor ahead of you, and then inhale up. So you want to kind of check and see how your back's feeling today with this move, because if you're able, you can take your hands down beside your legs. You can touch your hands underneath. When you get up, you can use support by pressing on the legs, or you can just use those abdominal muscles. So let's inhale up. Take your hands where they're comfortable for you. As long as your head stays above your heart, you're able to bring your chest down to your lap, press into your feet, come on up. That's wrong. You don't press your head into your feet. That's what I said. Press your chest into your lap. Your feet are about hip width apart. Keep your head above your heart. Good job. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. We're going to take this into a sun salutation. So we're going to inhale all the way up. And we're going to take it into a gentle spinal bend. So lean back a little bit. Very careful if you've got lower back issues. That's a little bit of a lumbar spine compression on those vertebrae. So take it easy. Inhale and lift. Lengthen your fingers toward the sky. Exhale. that exhale, you want to support that lower back. Inhale up. Gentle spinal bend. Inhale up. Take it down to a just forward bend. Press into your feet. Inhale all the way up. We're going to go into cactus pose. So our elbows are going to come down. Good job. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to cactus pose. You can make a gentle fist. You can leave your fingers wide. So it's really whatever you want to do on that one. Good job. Whatever feels good. Inhale, breathe in your intention. Take an inhale, leave your hands in cactus. And we're going to rotate to our right. Now remember, if you go the other way, don't worry about it because we're going to go the other way anyway. So just take it where you want to. Inhale to center. When you're ready to exhale, exhale the other way. Inhale to center. Gentle fist as you turn. Inhale, stretch those fingers. Exhale the other way. Inhale to center. One more time each side on our last one. Breathe in our intention for today. And bringing our coming back to center. We're going to take a forward bend. Take it from the top. So inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down to mountain pose. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale to a gentle spinal bend. Inhale up. Exhale to a forward bend. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus pose. Take a nice inhale. And then from a gentle fist, turn right. Inhale to center, open up those hands. Exhale to a gentle fist left. Inhale. Take it to a forward bend on your exhale. When you inhale up, walk your feet wide. We're going to bend forward, forward bend all the way down. 4 to the thighs, calf. Make sure your head stays above your heart. Press into your feet, and we're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. As we come up this time, bring our feet in. We're going to add two moves on this one. So we're going to dig our heels in front. And as you can see, Bella's right in front of me. Exhale forward. She's my grand dog. Now I only have one grand dog. Inhale up, but the other one's with us in spirit. Exhale. Good job stretching those calves and hamstrings. And then we're going to stay forward on this one. Hold it. Take a nice belly breath. Give your belly some room to breathe. You can lift up a little bit. It feels better to give yourself some room. Excellent. Watch that lower back. You want to make sure that you're using help if you need to, getting up and down. Bring your arms up. Bring your feet in. Let's take it to a forward bend. Good job. We'll take it to a mountain pose. So we're going to bring our arms up all the way down. Lift the air as though it has weight. Inhale. Inhale your intention. Good job. Exhale. Press the air down. Inhale up. And then exhale to a gentle spinal bend. Inhale up. Exhale to a forward bend. Chest on the lap or wherever you can take it. Press into those feet. Come on up. Inhale. Always use assistance if you need to. Exhale to a cactus pose. Fingers come out. Take a nice inhale. Stretch those hands. Gentle fist and exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Stretch your fingers when you come to the center. I forgot, didn't I? Exhale to a forward bend. As we're coming up, open our feet. gonna dive straight down using our hands for support if we need to. You know where you can go. Press into those feet. Come on up. Bring your feet in. Exhale down to mountain pose. As we inhale, dig your heels in. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Stay here for one breath. Inhale all the way up. Your feet in. Exhale down. And we're gonna do an airplane. So we're gonna inhale. We're gonna bring our fingers together. We're gonna rotate thumbs down and bring our arms in back. And again, your hands can be in whatever position you want. You want to reach toward the back side of your chair with your fingertips if you're able. Inhale, push into your feet. Come on up to a nice upright position. And exhale back. Good job. Inhale forward. Nice big belly breath. Exhale back. On this last one, inhale your intention here. Breathe it in. Excellent. And exhale down. And let's inhale all the way up. We're going to do a chest expansion. Exhale. We're going to hinge forward. Now you're going to take your shoulder blades toward your spine. Feel that chest open up. We spend so much time with our shoulders forward. And we want to really work at strengthening the upper back, opening up our chest wall. Now those ribs are all connected. Those muscles are all connected to our ribs. And you want to keep them long and strong. Breathe in our intention here. And exhale down. Good job. Come up to an upright position. And we'll go ahead and have you take a sip of water. And I want to work with the shoulder a little bit. And because I just want, when you bring your hands up like this in the cactus pose, sometimes it's hard to get the arms back a little bit. So sometimes that can be tight muscles in your front deltoids right here. But it can also be the actual joint. So what we're going to do is take your right arm and you're going to bring it forward. And I want you to just reach it forward without moving your upper body. So you're not moving the upper body, you're just taking it right from the joint forward. And then I want you to take it back and down. I'll get to my side so you can see what I'm doing. So you're going to take it forward. And you can see my ears over my shoulder. And then take it back. And take it forward. So keeping the back nice and straight. See your back? So sit nice and tall. And then take that joint and take it back. So you're taking the joint, and you're taking the actual arm and bringing it back. Good job. One more time. Reach. And take it back. And we're going to do it with the other arm. Good job. So now start forward. I'm on my knees this time. But you guys can be in your chair. So take your arm. You want to take it right from the joint and reach it forward. And then bring it back. So the joint is what's working. And the muscles around the joint. All right, reach it forward. We're loosening up that back. We're loosening up the muscles around the joint. We're working the joint itself. Good job. And take it back. Turn to the side for two more. Inhale out. Reach it out. And then rotate it back. I'll look this way so you can get the angle. Forward. And back. Good job. Take both arms. You're going to reach them both forward. And again, it's not the body, upper body movement. It's just those arms. Take them back. Feel it? Good job. Reach them. And take them back. Bring your arms down. And then I want you to bring your arms up. Now remember how we work the shoulder? Now try to open your elbows a little more and feel the difference. Can you get it back a little more than you did when you first began? Good job. One of the things that's really good to do, it's hard for me to demonstrate it here because I don't have any flat walls around me, is to put your back against the wall, in a flat wall in your house, and put your hands just like that, and see what touches. So if I had an imaginary wall behind me, I would bring my hands like this. My heels would be against the wall. If you've got a wall in your house, you want to stand up and go to your wall, that would be a great exercise. I can pretend, I'll just pretend I have a wall, since I don't have one. So pretend there's a wall behind me. I want you guys to put your heels against the back, the molding, your booties against the molding, if it reaches. See what your upper back's doing. See what the top of your head is doing. And then bring your arms up. See if your elbows touch. See if the backs of your hands touch the wall. That's what you want to work toward. So we just want you to kind of feel where you are right now. And that's something you can work toward. We'll do that every month. Okay, take it down. Good job. If you didn't stand up, I'm going to go ahead and have you stand. So we'll be in front of our chairs and take it a little bit forward. Take a nice inhale. Put your hands on your thighs so you can have support. Inhale. And then we're going to hinge back. So take that tailbone and reach back. Reach backward. Chest is high. Good job. And then inhale up. This is a chair pose in yoga. So we're going to you can stay with your hands here for support or next to your thighs on the outside. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, sweeping it around and then swinging your hands forward. Good job. Inhale. And exhale. Here, we work the shoulders, so try to get the arms up as best you can. And again, you can always bend your elbows. If it's difficult to keep your arms long, you can always bend your elbows. So, good job. Take that tailbone back. Reach it. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhale. Breathe in your intention. Exhale any stress or tension. And 1 more. Good job. Exhale. Take that tailbone back. Get the weight back on your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Good job. Inhale up and stay standing. And exhale down. Good job. We're going to go behind our chairs. We're going to be very careful as you move around your chair. Our chairs are there for our support. I am going to move my water right into my chair so I don't step on it. And we're going to take our hands and hold the back of the chair and then walk back for a modified downward dog. Now, downward dogs are usually done on a mat with our hands on the floor, but we modify them for chair. If you're sitting in the chair, you're just going to reach your arms forward at a 45-degree angle. You can always use your hands on your lap. I want you to take a nice big inhale and open up the upper back. Nice slow exhale. Bend those knees and relax. Inhale, tilt that tailbone back. Stretch those hamstrings. And exhale. Good job. Last one, inhale. Exhale, bending. Good job. Gently walk forward toward your chair. I'm going to stand next to my chair so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to do a calf stretch. We're going to lift the knee up. And if you can lift it to a 90, you lift it to a 90. If you need to keep it on the ground, you keep it on the ground. So anywhere in between is fine. If you want to just hover over the back of the chair, that's fine too. If you want to try balancing, you're going to reach back that leg onto the ball of your foot and then drop your heel down. Everything, oh boy, then we're going to gently bend the front knee. If you think, oh, that's a little far, just adjust it so you can bring it forward or back. Both feet are forward. If you feel tippy, if you take a little wider stance on this, it's a little easier, but you still want both feet forward. Alrighty. The closer they are, one behind the other, the harder it is. So if you want to challenge yourself with 1 foot behind, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to adjust my foot. I want to make sure that toe is forward. We're going to do a lunge. So we're going to leave that heel down on the back. So both feet are flat on the floor. Let's inhale up. Exhale down. that you're holding on for support. You want to try it with both hands up, you have at it. Just be careful. And we're in our own homes, I can't even help you if something happens. So inhale, reach. One more breath. Now exhale, bring your hands behind you. Clasp if you're able. Take those shoulder blades back. So take a nice big breath. And then bring the hands up and back a little bit. Good job. Inhale, take it all the way up. Nice stretch in that calf. We're going to bend that back knee, push off the toe, and bring it back up. And you can get it there any way you can. Go ahead and just you get a lot of contraction going on in that gluteal, that buttocks muscle on that supporting leg. So just be aware of that. Just relax it. Good job. We're going to lift now the left foot, and we're going to step that one back. You kind of know what your distance is because you did it on the other leg. But make sure that you feel comfortable, and then when you're ready, bend the front knee. Look down, make sure your knee is over your ankle. So it's a bent knee, your foot's forward. Good job. And then if you want to let go, you may. And we're just going to inhale up. And exhale down. Press that heel down to the back. You want that calf to stretch. Good job. We're strengthening that quadricep in the front. Feel it nice and tight. The glute in the leg that's stretched out is nice and tight, as well as the supporting leg. Good job. Inhale. And on this one, we're going to inhale it up, and then we're going to hinge forward on the exhale. Inhale. Now, if you're new and you get mixed up on whether we're breathing in or out, not a big deal. Take a nice breath. Inhale up. Exhale. Hinge forward. Long through the spine. Heel down and back. Good job. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Our hands come around to the back. Clasp our hands. Take the shoulders. We're going to bring them back. Inhale. And as we exhale, hinging forward, lifting up our arms. Those shoulder joints. Told you we're going to do that today. Good job. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Good job. Take that back foot, come up on the ball of your foot, and bring it in and shake it out. Good job. We want to do some work on the inner thigh. So we're going to get about hip width apart. Reach your over just a little bit. We're going to get about hip width apart. We're going to lift up our right leg, and we're going to step it out. And our feet are going to be forward. So we're going to stretch the inner thigh on this one. I think we might have done this Monday. We'll take a nice inhale. We're going to bend the left leg, and we're going to leave that right leg long. Keep the chest high. Your leg is only for balance. It's not for putting your weight on it. You want to feel the stretch here. Nice breath. Straighten your leg. Exhale down. Ask for a little more. Nice breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Inhale all the way up. And then take it the other way. So now we're going to bend that right leg and stretch the inner thigh on the left leg. Inhale. Up a little bit. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. All the way up. And then we're going to take that toe and we're going to angle it. Maybe at a 45. Take both feet at a 45. So now it's about, I think it's like a 10 and 2. And we're going to do a squat. So we're going to inhale. Now my feet are pretty wide. And the reason for that is when I bend, I want to make sure my knees are over my ankles. So as you bend, just kind of give it a try. Just bend down. Keep your chest high. You can use your hands on your legs. Bring your hands forward. You can bring them this way. So again, lots of things you can do with your hands. But look down, make sure your knees are over your ankles. Alrighty. If they're not, adjust your feet so that they are. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Squat. Let's use our hands. Let's do a nice big arm with those shoulders. Exhale down. Let's take it all the way forward with the arms. Good job. Inhale up. Remember, we're holding on if we need to that's why our chairs are in front of us. Good job. Inhale. And exhale. What's your intention for today? Whatever that is, breathe it in. Exhale down. 2 more. Good job. Inhale. A lot of work, isn't it? Exhale. Last one. Breathe in our intention again. Such a positive thing to do for ourselves, isn't it? Let's inhale up. We're going to stay standing. Exhale down.
Shana Ruth, FaceTime video.
And bring your feet in. Jack, is Maggie in? I don't know, somebody just called me. Is she there? Yeah, I don't know, the neighbor just called. All right. I just hope my dog was all right, but she was right at the door, so that was good. So I saw a delivery truck down the roadway. Let me turn the music back on. I don't know why it went off. I'm going to have a seat. So, and always make sure you're safe. So touch your calves against the chair, step a little bit away, and then gently sit down. If you can do it without holding on, that's fabulous. We're going to cool down. It's that time already, hard to believe. Take a nice sip of water. And then you want to get in your seat in your chair and just kind of test. You want to be able to pick up your feet. You can see my puppy dog just curious. Well, not mine, my grand dog. Flex your feet, so that means bring your toes toward your knees and then point them. Now sometimes that can cause a leg cramp, so be conscious of how you're feeling. Make sure you stay hydrated. Dehydration is huge, even in the cold weather. So make sure you're drinking warm tea or lemon water. Ginger is great in the winter, all year round. Ginger's good, and cinnamon. So pick up a concoction if you want, but make sure you stay hydrated and you have a lot of liquid during the day. Good job. Take your feet a little bit wider. And again, if you want to have one foot on the floor, as I've mentioned many times, just go ahead and just use one foot and turn it. Then we're going to take it the other direction. Good job. And if you're using one foot, change to the other one, and we're going to go ahead and reverse it. Where you were going. And then reverse it one more time. Good job. And then lower those feet. Our right hand over our left side, and we're going to take our left hand and just reach up. Just kind of stretching. And again, in yoga, we often would look at the tips of our fingers or our palm, but for this class, our eyes are going to look where the wall meets the ceiling. Bring it down, other side. Stretching that lower back. Stretching our obliques. Feel really good. As I've always mentioned, Monica, come on down out of it, other side. Modify anything, minimize the motion. Always make it work for you so that you feel comfortable. Take it the other side. Good job. Let's take our arms out wide. And let's give ourselves a hug and a pat on the back. Awesome coming today and getting dressed. And, take it out. It's a beautiful day today. The sun's out, isn't it? That helps us feel joy, I think. And take our arms out. Bring them down to our lap. Take our head. And we're just going to pretend like our nose has a pencil on it. We're going to draw a spiral. Now, I leave my eyes open during this because this makes me dizzy. So you can open or close your eyes, whatever works for you. And you're going to make this spiral bigger and bigger. And then we're going to make it little. I mean, the other way I meant. You can start little, is what I meant to say. Start little, the other direction. So, run it the other way. So we're working that vertebrae and that cervical spine, which is your neck, in a different direction until you get it as big as you're comfortable. Good job. ahead and scoot back in our chairs. And we're gonna, once again, we're gonna put our 2 fingers, you can use either your right or left hand, depends your primary hand, whatever. And you wanna press on your chin as you jet your neck up. Remember, that's the neck, your head and neck comes forward, and then bring it in like you're gonna tuck it in like a turtle into the shell. And then press it out. You feel some engagement with that those upper back muscles, can't you? We want to really strengthen, we want to avoid getting the hump in our back. So we want to stay strong and long. So posture is really important every day. Good job. We're going to lean back in our chair and we're just going to lower our eyelids. I want you to smile as big as you can. Force a grin. Smile as big as you can. And then relax your face. Open your lower jaw. Wiggle your lower jaw back and forth a little. And then just let your jaw relax, open. And then starting at our feet, relax our toes and our feet, our ankles, our calf muscles, our knees, legs, our thighs, and our hamstrings. Our buttocks, let your buttocks just sink into your chair, your abs are relaxed. Chest and arms are relaxed. Letting our breath come back to its normal rate of rhythm. Remembering our face to relax our forehead. Keeping the lower jaw slightly open. And just for a moment, final relaxation. Bringing our hands down to our sides. We're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. As we bring our arms wide, think of something you're thankful for. Inhale it in and hold it there. Thank you so much for joining in today. Namaste. I really appreciate your coming to class and hanging out. Remember, you can access this video after class at any time for your convenience. I'll meet you here again on Monday at 1 o'clock. Thank you. You're giving me all kinds of thumbs up and stars and love. I love that. Oh, a happy face. You guys are amazing. That is so fun to get those. Thank you. That makes my heart happy. From my heart to yours, have a great day and a great weekend. Love you guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.